How about you? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. We got that thing cranked. Wiley, you ready to crank another one?
Let's do that.
Check this out. This old Prentice 210D, old knuckle boom loader. It's been sitting here for a while. Got a little bit of treeage, a little foliage. Wiley assures me that all he's got to do is put new batteries in it and turn the key.
Get fire to the injector pump and that 6-cylinder Cummins will fire right off.
Let me tell you something. Them things are bulletproof, you know what I mean? So we're actually gonna, let's take a look at this thing and go over it, and we'll tell you a little bit about it, tell you the story behind it, and get it cranked up. Let's take a look at the inside of this thing. It don't look too bad. Sometimes I crack myself up with my humor. Couple of levers inside the operator's workstation. There's some buttons for you.
Hank, I don't believe they offer levers anymore. It's all joystick.
Yeah.
These are oldies when you see.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, that's a good point.
When they come out with joystick, I said I wouldn't have one of those. Until I run it, I said I wouldn't run one of these again.
Yeah, I hear you.
Those joystick, those loaders are trustworthy. You ain't got all that electric over hydraulic issues. You pull the lever and it works.
That's right. Wiley, tell me the story behind this thing.
Well, if they didn't watch the last video intro, this belonged to a man, an old logger, that welding up a wheel, just like the ones on these loaders. It was leaking.
Yeah.
And so he was sitting there, waited on his grandson to go get the valve stem remover and the valve cord remover, couldn't find it, got aggravated and went ahead and arced it. When he did, it blew up.
Oh no.
And the piece of wheel just, it hurt his back, and he naturally hadn't been the same since.
Of course.
And it just, the pain over the years has just been too much for him to bear. And and the sons didn't want to log, and so he just piddled around here with his tops off of his own property. And
yeah. And so it sits.
And so it sits.
So we're going to get it cranked up, and you're going to tweak it to get it back to operational use.
Will it make a good scrap loader for somebody with a scrap yard or a small logger that's going to get 5 or 6 loads a week? It beats the heck out of loading with by hand.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about the power plant a little bit. It's got a Cummins in it, so it's going to crank. I really ain't too worried about that. There's a wire that went there somewhere. We'll check all the fluid levels. We'll check to make sure it ain't locked up, and then we will go from there. 6BT, I think you said, right?
That's right. It don't have the aftercool on it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's start the checking. Might as well start with the water. But at least the man was smart enough. I mean, he put, a lot of times we find stuff that doesn't have stuff covered. So that's covered. That's a fuel tank, it looks like. Maybe a hydraulic tank. Was that the fuel or hydraulics?
That's fuel.
And then water looks good. So it's only been sitting a couple years, so we should be good with it. I can see a reflection in there, so it's got something. You got a stick or something? All right, let's check the oil. Plenty of oil in it, so that's good. That's a good sign. It's got fluids in it so far. We'll check the hydraulic fluids in it.
Whew.
We got lucky, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
I need a bunch of those batteries for all our escapades that we go on. Yeah, we gotta take the old ones on.
This would be a little bit easier.
I don't know if y'all have noticed a trend with me and Wiley, but we always bring a young guy with us. Me, Tommy, and Wiley, you know, I think to myself, man, I don't feel old, but I start doing stuff like this, man, I get old. I feel old. This string right here is not active, so.
That's too big, Jacob. It's gonna need to be a 1/2 inch.
Right here, oh, you got the.
Yeah.
So we'll take these off here. Pull that 700-pound battery out of that thing.
Maybe we can just set this in on top, man.
Yeah, I hope so.
Maybe we'll have enough.
Listen,
battery.
when people, wisdom comes with age. Well, that's only because you don't want to work as hard. So
I'm glad you brought the 9/16.
I know, right?
You can hold that other end with.
All right, we're gonna try to set that other one on. This is actually a 12-volt system. So we'll set this other battery on here. Jacob, you can just set it on top. Perfect. All right, I hope the cables reach. Positive's hooked up, negative's hooked up. We can open the door. All I gotta do now is turn the key. Wouldn't that be something? This will definitely be the easiest start we've ever done. What we're gonna try to do is take that fuel filter off and fill it full of fuel.
It's sealed. It's sealed pretty good.
Let me look in the truck and see if I got.
Big old set.
Yeah, I might have some. Backside of this thing had blackberries on it. I don't see any on the front side. I love wild blackberries, man. But you have to be real careful about snakes and bees when you get around wild blackberries. So I'm sitting here editing the video, and I realized that at this point right here, my batteries went dead in my microphone. So there's a few minutes with no audio. I'll throw some music underneath it, and then we'll pick back up with the audio after a couple minutes. So just hang tight or fast forward till we start talking again. All right, Wiley, the success rate is going through the roof at this point.
It is, isn't it?
That Cummins was quite the impressive machine.
It was. It barked right off.
Yeah, so a lesson learned in this video is to, if you're going to go out and you're going to look for equipment on someone else's property or someone else has owned it before you, look for telltale signs of how to start the machine. When Wiley got to looking around, he saw the wire on the starter,
Right.
And that was total giveaway that's what they used
Just long enough to go to the solenoid to cross it out.
That's right, yeah, so you could jump it there. But so anyway, so if you can't find stuff that's working like it should, look for things that are modified when you're out at this old equipment. That thing fired right up, dude.
It did. It was beautiful.
I love it. So what's going to happen now is we'll make sure all the air is in the tires, and we can put it on a semi, and we actually might have a semi we can pull it with.
That's right.
There's a Kenworth sitting up there. You want to go try that sometime soon?
Boy, that'd be something else, wouldn't it?
Let's try that one. Anyway, you guys take care. We're going to get this to the shop and get it ready for whoever's the next owner. So you guys take care. God bless.